Texas sun, come take a ride with me, babe. You by my side, how does it sound? Just you and I. The Texas sun.
Welcome, everyone. Welcome, dear guests, new friends, old friends, partners, moms, dads, uncles, and most importantly, of course, dear students. You're what makes the Brandt School what it is. You are the ones who bring all those ideas to tonight's ceremony, the Commitment Award. You know, I usually open the Commitment Award together with Marcus Pins, who can't be here today, but I'm really glad we found the best two moderators we could have for this purpose.
It's really my honor and pleasure to welcome you to the Commitment Award Ceremony 2022 this evening, and to serve as host next to my colleague Houssein and Malla. Thank you so much for volunteering. And the Willy Brandt School is actually very proud to having the Commitment Award as part of her program, which is funded and initiated by the Engagementpreis Stiftung since many years, since 11 years that we have that kind of award prize ceremony going on.
We have a short video from the founder of the Engagementpreis Stiftung that we're going to watch with a message that he sent us for tonight's award show.
At this moment, I'm more than 10,000 kilometers away from home. Some of you have known this feeling for 2 years now. Please accept my apologies for not being able to attend this year's Commitment Award ceremony. But it's a good tradition now that those who are traveling send in video greetings. However, there's no adequate substitute for meeting in person. So we have to catch up on our personal meeting later. Talking about catching up, there's also no substitute for your personal commitment, no substitute for your social projects, and no substitute for you. From now on, it's on you. With a master's degree in public policy, or even a commitment award, you have the best starting position to make a change. And nothing changes if nobody takes responsibility for a particular cause. Make a choice and make a good cause your own cause. Or short, be committed. The best of luck to all of you. Congratulations to the Commitment Award winners, and to all of you, stay committed.
So whatever happens tonight, celebrate yourselves. That's so important, yeah? It's so important that you celebrate yourselves, because as I said, it's so important to not only having an idea, to put it on a piece of paper, yeah? Make it happen. And that's kind of the introduction to the first presentation.
Ladies and gentlemen, less than 10% of children with learning disability under the age of 14 in Africa are enrolled in school, because schools are not inclusive of children with disability. This according to a 2018 World Bank report. Sadly, not much has changed, as the current education system in my country, Ghana, is not inclusive of children with learning disability. On one hand, special schools are underserved and lack resources, and on another, there is inherent societal belief that children with learning disability cannot learn. To address this, I present an EdTech solution toolkit for the 5 predominant learning disabilities identified in the Ghanaian context, coupled with a training program for special educators. The EdTech Toolkit personalizes learning for children with learning disability below the age of 14 and helps them acquire grade-specific competencies in literacy and numeracy. I have, over the past 6 years, been committed to improving education access, quality, and relevance in the Ghanaian context. And this commitment award will enable me pilot the EdTech Toolkit in one special school in Ghana through my NGO, Education 360. Ladies and gentlemen, we know a lot about what works in the edtech space, and this project presents an opportunity to see how edtech can work for children with learning disability. I ask for your support in seed funding to demonstrate that children with learning disability can learn and even learn better with assistive tools. Join me, Priscilla Appiah. Let's work together to ensure no child is left behind. Thank you. Danke schön.
Okay, so let's say you see something in the internet. I mean, could be a website, a blog, or maybe something that you see in your WhatsApp messages. And you want to capture them as an evidence for something, for towards a legal goal, assuming you want to call out a sexual harasser, bring them to before the law, or you want to secure your property rights by proving that your contractual rights were violated, or you want to report a hate crime, and the only way how you can do it right now is through a screenshot. And the problem with screenshots is that it is absolutely not reliable. It is totally useless in a legal context. It's not admissible. It doesn't satisfy the requirements of digital forensic standards. And for these reasons, and most of the time what happens is that the original content gets removed from the internet and you get left with nothing but the screenshots. Most of the time, the justice is denied. So we have developed a tool, a software tool, to basically capture the content from the internet using evidentiary quality, so that when you use them, it satisfies digital forensic standards, and it also can be used as an evidence in a court of law. And so far, we have partnered with, we have already finished the tool, by the way, and we have also successfully initiated pilot projects with the help of law enforcement agencies, with a number of public policy and other sorts of experts all across the world. And the pilot project is basically done, and right now we want to put it in the market for everybody, for the general society to access. And so what we hope to do, and we believe that change can be possible, if people, instead of using things like screenshots, starts using the expert evidence tool to document their evidences. And this way, justice will be a bit more easier to get, world becomes a better place, and society gets a bit more healthy. Thank you.
All right, let's get right into it. Nigeria is sitting on a ticking time bomb with an unemployment rate of 33%, swelling insecurity and high poverty rates. And there's so many studies to back this up, but this has also been my reality growing up in northeastern Nigeria, where I came face to face with fighters and escaped the bomb blast that was temporarily displaced from my home. And this very situation threatens the fabric and the stability of my country. So what's one way of stopping this explosion from happening? Digital skills. And this is what my project wants to do. We want to get secondary school students interested in acquiring the digital skills that they will need for the future. And that is what we want to do now. But that is where we want to be in the future, where we're able to equip as many people as possible with the right digital skills to increase their access to decent jobs and help reduce poverty and insecurity. Let's move on. My project is not a magic wand. It's not going to make all the problems disappear or get us there overnight. But my project guarantees that we are going to be taking baby steps in the right direction to move us from the now to the future. Now, my project is going to be implemented in 3 phases. In the first phase, with the financial support of the Commitment Award, we'll set up digital clubs across 3 secondary schools in Nigeria, where we'll deliver digital skills content in a simplified manner to stimulate the interest and curiosity of secondary school students. And in the second phase, this project will be transformed to a product that is going to be delivered to more secondary schools across Nigeria for a nominal fee. And in the third phase, this project is going to be exported to more secondary schools across Africa. My project, Project Fin, is feasible, it's sustainable, and it's replicable. And we're already running out of time to stop that explosion from happening. The time to act for the future is now. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. I'll start with a small, short, precise story. It was the occasion of an annual function at a school in New Delhi in 2017. Manoj Kumar, the district health officer, was one of the dignitaries invited at the function. While giving a short speech, he noticed low number of girls present in the crowd. On inquiring further, he was told that many girls drop out of school on reaching the 6th or 7th grade as they reach puberty. Now let us put this story in perspective. About 23 million women out of 355 million menstruating women drop out of school every year in India. Now, 88% of them do not have access to sanitary napkins. About 70% of them consider menstruation dirty, and 71% of them are unaware of menstruation until they reach their first period. So what solutions do we have? Our project, Happy Periods, aims to solve this by working on 3 aspects: awareness, talk about it through art, campaign, and workshops; accessibility, normalize it by producing sanitary napkins locally produced in the community; and advocacy, de-stigmatize it by working with local health services to hire policy experts. Thank you so much.
Hello, greetings everyone from Nigeria. Because it's 90 seconds, I'll run quickly into it. Go Womenpreneurs Initiative. This is a project that targets a class of women, the women breadwinners, women who are laden with responsibility of taking care of the children. The men are not there. Neither is the society there to provide social support. This falls rather on the women to take care of the children, because the children need education, they need feeding, they need good health, and they need to have a future. So what will the women do? They are taking these responsibilities with having nothing. And because of these gaps, you have child labor, you have rising criminality, you have sexual exploitation of the women. So the need is to empower women through skills, women of the category of breadwinners. Here we have this woman who is like a model. She began this business some 4 years ago with about 20,000 naira, which is less than 100 euro. She was left with the family, 3 children. The man is not there, so she began. It was difficult to find credit to do this, but on the course of doing it, she was enduring and persistent. For 4 years, 3 years now, she's been on this, being able to provide for these children their education, their welfare, and all as identified earlier. So the approach of this project is, we select these women of this category, study and modify their ideas, and then support them with the means of accessing credit. The reason for credit is that a lot of times, in her case, she goes for credit from the financial institutions, and the interest rates are high, and the other conditions are really burdening. So, once that is done, we are looking at an ability of creating a future for the children, solving the social gaps of these children through a support to each of the 10 proposed beneficiaries with 100 euro that will be guided through laid down means to encourage them to invest properly and using some indigenous models, and then supporting them into clusters to be able to have the right motivations to make real impact into the lives of the children. That is my project. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Chudi. And our next participants could unfortunately not be with us today, but in the spirit of the Commitment Award, they did send us a 90-second video of their pitch. So let's watch it together.
Out of 43% of female STEM graduates in India, only 14% work in STEM field. Research shows that the scarcity of women in STEM is not just because of skill inadequacy, but also a result of assigned stereotypical gender roles. The counting class, caste, minority makes the situation much worse. Good evening everyone, I Komal along with Kavya and Vaibhav present to you our project Main Bhi Curie, which loosely translates to I also want to be Curie. We want to introduce a gender science curriculum in a government-run semi-residential school specifically created for girls from multiple layers of marginalization in Haryana, India. We believe that addressing these issues in the formative years of education would bring a positive change. For this project, we have identified 100 girls in the age group of 11 to 16. The results of the project will be measured using several evaluation techniques. So the expected outcomes from this project are percentage increase among girls, STEM as a career option, women empowerment, breaking gender stereotypes, creating gender equality and diversity in STEM.
The learning project would be implemented on 4,500 girls studying in the KGBVs in the state and scaled up to 4,50,000 girls.
Why this project is special? Even though our project location is about 100 kilometers from the national capital of Delhi, realities of the people living in this state are very different, as the state had historically one of the lowest sex ratios in the country. Girls' literacy rate is lower and the literacy gap is higher than the national average. Therefore, this low-cost, high-impact project is the need of an hour.
So, hi everyone, I'm Carolina, and let's talk about gender violence. Regarding ONU, 1 in 3 women has gender violence, is a victim of gender violence worldwide. And in Germany, just last year, 5% was an increase of 5% of the cases of gender violence. If we put into the equation migration, everything gets super complex. As a migrant woman, it's not easy and it's very complex to know what are our rights and our duties in our new country. With that data, OIGA, as OIGA was created. It's a platform where a woman can go and receive the important information and also connect with the right support. So then they can have their own decision for their future. Sorry. Well, the idea is that already existing women communities can go into this safe place that's in the digital world and provide this information in the efficient way so they can be really helping the woman itself. And with the Commitment Award, we believe that we can speed up the process of building this platform, and then we can help not only Spanish-speaker women like me, but any woman that come from anywhere and have any language as a mother. Thank you.
So hi everyone. So my project is about project plastics, and nowadays plastic waste is one of the most challenging topic for everyone. Like most of the emerging economies are very hard to manage their waste, and one of the main other reasons is climate change. Plastic waste can also result in releasing toxic materials such as mercury and PEBs, polychloride biphenyls, which are very harmful for not only for human beings but also for the environment. And this is from my city. These pictures were taken from my city. So all these plastic waste are deposited after marriage. Like after marriage ceremonies, you know, like if a marriage happens in our community, there will be around some 500 to 700 people using, each person using 3 or 4 bottles each, and the plastic again is not disposed in a proper way. So this is what happens after the marriage. And that's what, that is one of the very holy rivers and one of our agriculture, the river for the source of our agriculture and all. So you can see how the person, he is fishing in those plastic things. Okay, so this is what the major problem is, and we want to solve using this problem another problem. You can see those people, like I used to study in my schooling like that. We didn't even had proper infrastructure to sit on the benches, while private school people, they used to have everything that they want because they pay money and all. So we want to create some products from the plastic waste. So these products can help build the infrastructure for low-level communities and those people and children who are studying in public schools for very less price. And our implementation of this project is, we want to partner with the Municipal Ministry of Andhra Pradesh State and Rajahmundry Municipal Corporation. I have a meeting with them in September. So if we make a contract, we will sell the products to them, and every year the product will be replaced. We take the old product, we recycle it again till the end of the life cycle of it goes on, and we use the circular economy concept for this. And also we are also trying for the funding process. We are in funding process, so hope we will get funding from all the corporate companies under their CSR funds, as well as the Swachh Bharat mission from the central government of India, and other private investors who are interested in sustainable products and sustainable technologies.
So many different projects, so many different areas of action, and that's what the Commitment Award is all about, making the world a better place. And now, the moment everyone has been waiting for.
Really, now?
Yes.
Yes, we don't have a break or something.
Can you believe it?
No.
Yeah, it's already there.
I'm totally excited now.
They can all
we are
believe
opening
it, trust
the
me.
envelopes now. Oh my
Everyone
goodness.
looks like, yes.
You know.
And for that, allow us to invite our keynote speaker, Dr. Mertens, to announce the winner, the first winner of the Commitment Award 2022. So for everyone here to know, there is no first place, second place, or third place. All awards are equal in their standing and in their amount. And that's why they are called as A, B, C winners and not 1, 2, 3.
The A winner is Go Women, Preneurs Initiative by Shukburi Okolo and Ebele Onidachi.
Congratulations, Shudi. Please make your way to the stage.
Congratulations to the project, actually. 4 years ago, I remember we had Tawakkol Kaman here in this room, a Nobel Peace Prize winner, who won the Nobel Peace Prize for empowering and engaging women in the case of conflict. So we know the Commitment Award is not yet a Nobel Peace Prize, but that's your way, at least, to the Nobel Peace Prize. And I think it's this moment of, let's say, magic, when you look into the eyes of a Project Commitment Award winner, when you see the glow in your eyes and the pride and the excitement, but also a bit of scarcity. Will I make it? You make it. And this time, I hope you also see the glow a little bit in my eyes. Why? Being a mother, being a woman, and being a breadwinner on my own, I'm really proud that I was able and I have the honor to congratulate you to your project. Actually, a few years ago, when I left Brandt School, but the University of Erfurt made this gorgeous advertisement card, which I just received in my small package. Not that pink, but, well, very, very nice, and it was written on it, "Follow your heart, but take your brain with you." And I think that's what you did with your project, right? You followed your heart, you have all your emotions in it, but you also have an intelligence in it and an idea behind. The project is small, but very practical. It is ambitious, but not overwhelming. And it is concrete, but still very visionary. So, you say in your project that when you empower a mother, you also build a nation. That's pretty true. I was yesterday at a workshop and where we learned that actually family stress is one of the main impediments for young kids in school to learn math and to learn reading. So to reduce family stress and to support women is also an investment into kids and into all that. But let me allow also to make a small side note to you as a project, well, someone who will implement the project, but also as the whole team of the Commitment Award. Do not only see the woman as an entrepreneur. Do not only see women as breadwinners. See a personality, a character behind. Someone who has strength, but also weaknesses. And in case one of your mothers and your woman might fail, that's for sure not because they have tried not hard enough. That's because they might have been sick kids at home, there might have been a pandemic, or they might have been weak on their own. But it's not only they need support when they are shining and when they are strong, but they also need support when they fail and when they are weak. So when you empower a mother, I would say you do not build a nation. But all of these power structures and hierarchies, states and whatever. But when you empower a mother, you build a brighter future. So congratulations for your brilliant project and for winning the Commitment Award in 2022.
Congratulations, Go Womenpreneurs, on your win, on your project. Thank you.
The winner in category B is Happy Periods by Pius Fosen, Schumer Banik and Suvik Panhapatiai.
Congratulations, Happy Periods. Congratulations, Pius. And now for the laudation, Mr. Simon Falk.
Dear friends, it's always a huge pleasure being here in Erfurt with so many smart, nice and driven students and professors and the wonderful team of the Willy Brandt School. And it's particularly a great pleasure and honor for me to congratulate Pius and also your colleagues Schumer and Suvik for winning the well-deserved Commitment Award 2022. You showed awareness to a very relevant social problem. You proved great teamwork in coming up with a convincing solution. You have the audacity to deal with a topic that is often being ignored. Many of us don't like to talk about menstruation, but we should, because period shame, we contribute to period shame if we don't talk about menstruation, and period shame endangers the health of young women and stigmatizes them. One fact from your presentation I found particularly striking was that on average in India, 20% of young women miss the school year 20% of the time because of menstruation. So thank you again, Pius and your two colleagues, for tackling these problems. Let's all join them. Let's make period shame history in New Delhi, in India and everywhere else. My favorite quote from Willy Brandt is, if I were asked what beside peace is the most important thing for me, it's freedom. And with your project, you help 100 women in New Delhi to get more freedom. Willy Brandt would be proud of you. We all are proud of you. Congratulations once again for the Commitment Award 2022, Pius and your colleagues.
Thank you very much, Mr. Faut. Congratulations, Pius and team.
The last winner for the evening, although it's true that Heike Grimm said everyone is a winner in this evening, is in category C, EdTech for the Special Child by Priscilla Apia.
Congratulations, EdTech for the Special Child.
First of all, I received some education, despite my own lack of efforts, but I only made it to the Abitur, so I have an admiration for everybody who goes as far as all of you do. I would have been horrified having to talk to you as a child more than most other children because I had some sort of learning disability. I stuttered as a child. I couldn't get a sentence out, so I couldn't answer to my teachers. Somebody solved the problem, obviously, but only because somebody listened and somebody cared, and I think this brings us to the very point of what you're proposing. I have a young son who is still in primary school, which is a wonderful thing to observe, even though some of his school friends sometimes ask me whose grandfather I am. And I guess that's a price to pay. What I really like, and this falls into the context of what you're proposing with your project, is that my children grew up in schools where it's quite natural to them that children with learning disabilities or other disadvantages sit in the class and learn with them. They're part of the class. And if they need more assistance, there is another teacher there to help them. There is a lot of talk about the system, and many complain about difficulties. But I think it's a sign of a degree of civility within a society when we can sit down and have our children learn together and not separate them just because some of them are too weak and have a problem joining. I think in this context, what you are proposing for Ghana is a beautiful thing. And one might argue that doesn't Ghana have any other problems? And probably it has. But again, it's not about solving problems, it's about creating opportunities and creating chances for individuals. As I said, it's a trademark of a society's progress and intrinsic civility, how it treats those who need special attention. And according to UNESCO, children with special learning needs are one of the most marginalized groups in many modern societies. So this is not an individual problem. This is not a marginal problem somewhere. And actually, what's so unusual about assisting children with learning disabilities? I feel bad about you standing there with this sign in your hand. I hope these are tears of joy. You deserve them. We heard the slogan, not leaving one child behind, before. I very well remember that, and I found it cynical when I heard it back then. But I think it's much more than a nifty slogan. It's an expression of civility, and it means the potential unfolding of incredible possibilities. Richard Branson, you all know him, the founder of Virgin, voiced the record stores, the airline, the cruise line, space travel. He reached for the stars. And when he went to school, his teacher told him he would be a criminal later in life. Priscilla, I'm pretty certain, and that doesn't take anything from your project, that not everybody going through your project will be a Richard Branson. Probably that would be too colorful anyhow. But each of them could. And this is a wonderful thing, and that's why you very much deserve this prize. Thank you very much.
Congratulations.
So this is it. This has been the Commitment Award 2022. We really hope that you enjoyed it, that you got some inspiration, that there are projects that will make you think, that will make you start your own initiatives. Or maybe you will just talk to the winners or the other nominees during a glass of champagne and ask them how you can support them. It's also an option. So stay tuned on our social media channels and see how the projects develop.